If you live outside the United States, you are probably comparing the wrong number. And over 20 years, that mistake costs you $18,000. There's a number on every ETF fact sheet, and almost every comparison video tells you it's the only number that matters. VOO costs 0.03% per year. CSPX costs 0.07. Every chart, every blog post, every Reddit thread ends the same way. VOO is cheaper. Buy VOO. But that percentage? It does not determine how much tax you pay. It does not determine what happens to your portfolio when you die. The number that actually matters isn't on the fact sheet at all. It's on the fund's legal passport. And almost nobody is comparing passports. In the last two videos, we mapped out two traps: the 30% withholding tax on dividends and the 40% estate tax that hits non-US investors who die with more than $60,000 in US-cited assets. Both traps share one root cause. Your fund is legally headquartered in the United States. VOO, SPY, IVV, they are American corporations. And because they are American, American tax law applies to you. Even if you live in Dubai, or Cairo, or anywhere that isn't America, that is not a flaw in the fund. VOO is perfect for Americans. It is built for their tax code. But if you are not American, you are using a product designed for someone else's system. So the real question is not which fund is cheaper. The real question is, which container is built for your address? Let me reframe this completely. An ETF is not a product, it is a wrapper. Think of it like a shipping container. VOO and CSPX carry the exact same cargo. The S&P 500, the same 500 companies, the same weights, the same dividends, flowing from Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia. But VOO's container has an American flag on the side. CSPX's container has an Irish flag. And when the money crosses a border, the customs officer checks the flag. Not the cargo. CSPX is domiciled in Ireland. Ireland has a tax treaty with the United States. Because the fund is Irish, the US only withholds 15% on dividends at the fund level. Not 30. 15. That happens internally. You never see it. You never file for it. And because Irish UCITS funds are not classified as US-cited property, the estate tax trap from the last video, it does not apply. The $60,000 threshold is irrelevant. The 40% death tax becomes zero. Now let me show you what this looks like in actual dollars. Because the percentage gap sounds small until you see what compounding does to it. $100,000, 2% dividend yield, held for 20 years. With VOO, the US withholds roughly 30% of those dividends. That is a 0.6% annual drag on your portfolio. With CSPX, the Irish treaty reduces that to 15%, a 0.3% drag. The expense ratio gap between them, 0.04%. The tax drag gap, 0.3%. 7 times larger. But here is the real punchline. It is not the annual drag that hurts you. It is the compounding. Over 20 years, that difference does not cost you $800. It costs you $18,000 in lost growth. Gone. Vanished. Because you compared the wrong number on day one. And we have not even touched the estate tax, which, with VOO, is a binary event, too. You either pay 40% or you do not. With CSPX, the question does not exist. So which funds use the Irish wrapper? CSPX and VUAA for the S&P 500. VWRA or VWCE if you want the whole world in one fund. VAGU for bonds. All Irish. All accumulating meaning dividends are reinvested automatically inside the fund. No cash distributions hitting your account. Simpler, cleaner. All available on IBKR or Saxo. Full list in the description. I've linked the exact fund pages. And one thing worth saying clearly. Irish domicile removes the US-specific traps. Your local country may still tax you on gains or income. Always check your own jurisdiction's rules. What this structure eliminates is the American layer. And that alone is worth the comparison. So, how do you know if your portfolio is sitting in the wrong container? Open your brokerage app, pull up your ETFs, look at the domicile field. If it says United States, you are holding the American wrapper. If your tickers are VOO, SPY, or IVV, you are paying a toll you do not need to pay. You do not have to sell today if you have unrealized gains. But you should stop buying them. Stop feeding the wrong zip code. In the next video, I will walk through the exact clicks, broker by broker, how to find these Irish domiciled funds, how to buy them, and what to watch out for in the order screen. Subscribe. And remember, the number on the fact sheet is not the number that matters. The number that matters is on the passport.